Nicole, where are you now?
Huh? I'm at work.
You abandoned the discussion and went to work?
Because if we keep arguing like that, I'm going to be late. I'm sorry, but I had to go to work while you went to the bathroom.
You coward. You want me to divorce you?
Huh?
If you run away from the discussion, I'm divorcing you this time.
Here we go again. You always say divorce as soon as we get into a fight. Frankly, I'm tired of hearing that.
I'm serious. If you don't want a divorce, come home right now.
I can't. I'm working right now. I'll talk to you when I get home. Can't you just wait till then?
If I wait for you, it'll be night. I'm off work today. You get the hell out of there now.
That's just so selfish.
Oh, so that's what you are, huh? You didn't love me from the beginning.
That's extreme. We got married because we love each other.
But you want to avoid me. That's why today you left me alone and ran away to the office, right?
I wouldn't say I ran away. I had to go to work. I couldn't help it.
Nicole, I'm serious. If you keep this up, we're really going to get divorced. You're fine with that?
Please don't say divorce so easily. I want to continue being with you, Kevin. We fight, but I've never wanted to leave you. That's why I'm so sad and hurt when you say you're divorcing me.
The cause of all our fights is you know?
What?
Take today, for example. When I forgot to wash the dishes, you complained so much about it. Why don't you do the dishes, you housewife?
We both work full-time, but you say you're not good at housework. That's why I do all the cooking, cleaning, and laundry by myself. Why can't I ask you to do the dishes? And I just said, don't forget to do it next time. I didn't complain.
That's the kind of attitude that pisses me off. You take it for granted that I do the housework.
I'm not taking it for granted, but can't you at least try to help me? I'm working too, you know.
Men and women have different quality of work. You're just doing chores that anyone can do. Don't talk so big.
Well,
that's enough. I'm pissed off, so I'm going to my parents' house today. I'll have dinner there, so you don't have to cook for me.
Okay. Well then, give my regards to your mother.
Hey, are you sure you want to do that?
Huh?
I'm asking if you're okay with this situation. You're not taking care of your husband and letting him go to his parents' house.
Because you said you wanted to go, so I can't help it.
You really can't read the room, can you? You should be desperate to stop me.
What?
You should be saying something like, I'll make you your favorite food for dinner, so don't go to your parents' house. You should be crying and begging me. Or I'll really divorce you, you know?
What a pain in the ass.
What?
All right, all right. What do you want for dinner? I'll make it for you. So don't talk about divorce anymore.
Enough. I'm mad. I don't want dinner tonight.
What? So do you want dinner or not?
I'm going to my parents' house now. You better not call me and tell me to come home. I don't want to see your face for a while.
Yeah.
If you call me, I'm divorcing you. Good evening, Nicole. May I have a word with you?
Good evening, Rachel. What's wrong?
It's about Kevin.
Oh.
He said he's off work today, so he came over. I heard he had a fight with you again.
That's right.
And then,
He threw another tantrum and said he wanted a divorce, right? I'm so sorry for everything. No, I'm sorry Kevin is always bothering you. He said he was going to have dinner at your place tonight. Is he still mad at me? No, he was only mad at first. He's been playing on the computer all day. I see. I thought it was about time you came back from work. So I just sent him home now. Oh, I gave him lasagna to bring home so you can eat it if you want. Thank you very much. I'm so glad because you make delicious lasagna. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. I'm not very good at cooking, so I don't spend much time on it. I want to be able to make delicious food as efficiently as you. You're a working woman. Of course you can't spend much time on housework. I've taught Kevin basic housework, but he's spoiled and doesn't do anything himself, even though you work as well. I'm really sorry. No, it's okay. I'm sure Kevin will do housework in time. It's okay to complain a little, you know. Kevin is selfish and self-indulgent, and I really feel sorry for you. Today's story was about Kevin not washing the dishes, wasn't it? Well, I complained too without thinking about Kevin's feelings. It's okay. You should be more strict with him. Kevin should do more housework. You guys need to cooperate as a couple. You're too kind, Nicole. Well, I guess that's why Kevin is comfortable being with you. Thank you for your concern. Although he's quite a formidable opponent, I'd like to talk it over with him patiently. Thank you. I'm glad you're a really kind person. But don't take it too hard. If you have any problems, you can talk to me. I understand. Oh, it looks like Kevin came back. Well, take good care of him. You can scold him plenty. Sorry to text you so late at night. Are you still awake? Yes, I am. What's wrong at this hour? Is Kevin at your place again by any chance? What? No, he's not here today. I see. He went to work and hasn't come home yet. I haven't heard anything from him. He doesn't answer his phone or read texts. What? What do you mean? I'm embarrassed to tell you this, but Kevin and I had another fight. When I came home from work today, I found a letter on my desk. What did the letter say? It said, "I'm divorcing you. Don't look for me." What's that? He is the kind of person who says divorce every time something happens. So I thought he would come home soon, and I just waited. But he hasn't come back yet. I thought he was at yours, but he wasn't. I haven't heard anything, and he hasn't come. Even if he had, I wouldn't keep him until this late. True. I thought he was bluffing again, so I didn't take it seriously. Maybe that was a bad idea. I'm sorry. Well, he says he's going to divorce you so often that it's no wonder you wouldn't take it seriously. It's not your fault. So what was the reason for the fight? He bought a watch worth over $10,000 without telling me. $10,000? Yes. I don't mind if he used his own money to buy it. But he took the liberty of withdrawing the money from the account we share as a couple. We were trying so hard to save money to buy a home. So I yelled at him. Then Kevin said, "I'm the one who earns the money to support you, so don't complain." And he started to lose his temper. But I'm not on Kevin's support. He's not even that well paid. I really don't know what he's thinking. You have every right to be angry. It's Kevin who's at fault for spending the couple's money without permission. You did nothing wrong. Yeah, I'm a little relieved to hear you say so. It's a bit like I got unusually mad myself.
He's a real pain in the ass, my son.
If he wasn't at your place, then where did he go? Most of his friends are married, so it's hard to imagine him visiting them at home.
No place I can think of either. He always used to come back to our house when something happened.
I know. It's this time of night, so I'm sure he wouldn't be wandering around outside.
I wonder if he's staying at a hotel or a motel?
Maybe. Or maybe he's seriously planning to divorce me and gone somewhere far away.
That's not true. Kevin always just talks. He never really intends to get a divorce.
I hope so.
He doesn't want to get a divorce, but runs away from home so carelessly. I'm sorry, Nicole. I guess I brought him up the wrong way.
Please don't apologize. It's not your fault. It's my fault too. I wasn't confronting Kevin properly. I was afraid he would say he would divorce me, so I tried to avoid arguments as much as possible. The truth was, I wanted to share the housework with him, but I ended up doing it myself.
Nicole, I'm Kevin's parent, so I don't know how to say this, but if you really can't forgive him, you can think about breaking up with him.
Rachel,
what he's doing is beyond all limits. I think of you as my own daughter, so I don't want you to push yourself too hard.
Yes, thank you for your concern.
Oh, I know. If we use his computer, we might be able to find out where he is.
Computer?
He used to come home and mess around with his computer a lot. He probably got his computer and his phone synced up.
Oh, I see.
But if it's password protected, it could be a little tricky. I'll start up the computer and give it a try. I don't like the idea of looking at his computer, but it's the result of his doing.
I'm sorry about everything.
It's okay. You can count on me for this. I'll get the computer now. Just give me a minute. Hey, Nicole. Why aren't you looking for me? Hey. You saw my letter, didn't you? It's been a month since then. Look for me. Why are you acting like I don't exist?
Hey, Kevin. Long time no see.
Why aren't you answering my calls?
I was on a loud and busy train just now.
You're the worst.
Huh?
Your husband left the house. I can't believe you didn't look for me at all.
Well, hey, you wrote a letter telling me not to look for you.
Are you stupid? Don't take it literally.
Well, you told me not to look for you, so I just did what I was told.
Ugh, you piss me off. Do you know how I've been feeling for the past month? I've been waiting for you to find me, you know?
But I contacted you right away at first, didn't I? It was you who didn't respond, wasn't it?
There's no way I could do such an uncool thing as responding right after I left. You should understand how guys feel a little.
I'm sorry. I'm so insensitive.
Damn. You're not sorry at all, are you? I'm really going to divorce you.
What? We're already divorced.
Huh?
I sent you divorce papers, but you didn't respond. So, the divorce was granted in absentia.
You're lying.
I'm glad you got what you wanted. You said over and over again that you were getting a divorce.
No. That was just a threat. I mean, you said you sent the papers. You knew where I was?
Yes, I did. Your mother looked up and found out.
My mother?
She wanted to know where you were, so she used your computer to locate your phone. On the computer at your parents' house.
What?
I got to look at it too, and it gave me the creeps.
What? Why?
You left your social media page logged in. You didn't even put a password on it. You're so unprotected.
No. That's not mine.
Well, there was your photo on the profile page. Your face was hidden, but I recognized you right away from the clothes you were wearing and the belongings you had with you. Especially since it was a perfect picture of the expensive watch you bought without consulting me.
Oh.
With a girl I've never seen before. Looks like you had a fun date with the girl. I was convinced after I saw that post that you're cheating on me.
Nicole, it's not true. That girl was just a friend. That's not the kind of relationship I can't tell people about. Just because we're in a photo together, you can't just decide that I was cheating on you.
I hired a detective to investigate.
A detective?
Your mother saw the post too. She said we should do a thorough investigation. We found out that you've been seeing her for the past 6 months, and that you've been staying with her since you left me. We've had everything checked out.
Oh no.
So I sent the paperwork to the address of your girlfriend. Apparently, you didn't look properly, huh?
It never occurred to me that you would send me divorce papers.
Well, I wanted to get rid of you as soon as possible. So I was lucky that the divorce was so easy.
Wait a minute. I don't want to break up with you.
I already broke up with you.
Why? You don't like me?
I did like you, but now I don't like you at all.
Nicole, let's talk again.
What are you talking about? There's nothing to talk about now. Why don't you just remarry the woman you cheated on me with?
I was just playing around with her.
Huh?
The reason why I said I would divorce you every time we fought was because I just wanted to confirm your love for me. I never really wanted a divorce. I left home because I believed you'd find me.
I'm so dumbfounded.
My current girlfriend doesn't have a regular job. She can't even do her own housework, so I have no desire to marry her. So please, start over with me. I'll go home now.
Most of your stuff is gone from my house.
Huh?
Your mother and the others moved it out. Besides, I'm getting ready to move out too.
Move out?
Because this house is too big for one person. This house is a rental, so I'm supposed to move out by the end of the month.
No. Give me a break. You can't just move out without consulting me.
What the hell are you saying? You're the one who left.
I was hoping you'd look for me.
I'm sick of that kind of thing. When we got into a fight, you instantly lost your temper. And you started talking about divorcing me. You thought if you said the word divorce, I'd listen to you, huh? At first, I didn't want to get a divorce. But thanks to your mother, I woke up. If you think you can get everything your way, you're wrong.
I get it, Nicole. I apologize for being so selfish. What do I have to do to get you to forgive me? I'll do whatever you say. If there's something you want me to do, just tell me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Then I want to cut ties with you.
What?
I don't ever want to see your face again. Don't even contact me. That's all I want.
No, that's not what I...
You'll do as I say, right? Well, I'm busy packing, so I gotta go.
Hold on, Nicole. Nicole!
Later on, it seems that Kevin broke up with his girlfriend and came back to our house. But the moving out was already finished, so he trudged home to his parents' house. However, his parents immediately kicked their son out of the house. He had no choice but to rent a small apartment and start living there. However, since Kevin had always left the housework and financial management to me, he couldn't manage anything by himself. In no time at all, the apartment became like a garbage dump, and his savings ran out. Even if he tried to ask for help, there was no one to give him a hand. Kevin was finally evicted from his apartment. He is now living a life of sleeping at a shabby motel. Furthermore, Kevin's parents paid me alimony on Kevin's behalf, and Kevin has fallen into debt. He is desperately earning money by working part-time at night, in addition to his day job, in order to pay off the debt. Rumor has it that he looks at least 10 years older than he really is, probably due to overwork. As for me, after my divorce, I rented an apartment near my workplace. I am enjoying the freedom of living alone. I still keep in touch with my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and sometimes have dinner with them. Though my marriage has failed, I would like to continue to be friends with my former in-laws.
Hey, Colt. You're coming into work tomorrow, right?
Hi, Aaron. I hope things at work are going well. And thank you for letting me take the day off today to come to my mum's funeral. It was also very nice to see you come along as well to mourn her with me.
I don't need any of your thanks for that. You're coming into work tomorrow, right?
I'd like to say otherwise, actually.
I told you you could have the days off leading up to the funeral and the day of. But you're not able to take any more time after that, alright? I thought I already told you this once before.
But I still happen to have another day of PTO that I can use, and I plan to use it tomorrow, if you won't let me take the day off HR gave me. Actually, from what HR has told me, I get 7 days off in the case that an immediate relative passes, which would mean I still have 2 days off of that left as well, so please let me have that time to mourn the loss of my mum. Also, this is a bit embarrassing for me to say, but there are some things going on back here at my house that are making it hard for me to come into work. Nothing bad, but they've just had me tied up as well, and having tomorrow off will help me deal with all that as well.
Is that right? Well, I guess since you've had so much going on in your life recently, I can be a very kind boss. But know that this will only ever be happening once. Only this time. I'll let you take tomorrow off.
Thank you very much.
But that means, for the rest of this year, you're not to take any more days off for anything else. You hear me? No sick days, no use of your PTO, nothing. On the holidays, I expect you to be on your computer at home, getting work done.
Colt, have you still not gotten out of work yet? It's been so long since the last time you actually came home for dinner, right?
Hi, Samantha. I'm sorry, but I won't be getting home until around 12 or so tonight. So go ahead and just put my dinner in the fridge if you haven't already, and I can eat it for breakfast tomorrow.
I see.
I'm only just finishing up my work now, and then I'll be out of here for the night, so you can go ahead and head to bed. You have to take care of your health too.
Thank you. But I can understand that you had to take some time off work for some things you couldn't control, but the fact that you're being made to stay super late every day now is a bit off. You feel the same way, right? Other coworkers of yours have had to take weeks off at a time, but when they get back to work, they aren't forced to work late all the time, right?
There are plenty of people here who have had to take time off out of nowhere like me, but they haven't had to come back to life at work like I have. I feel that there is something really off about all this. Having to stay in the office every night after everyone else has already gone home and gone to bed.
Do you think this has to do with your CEO, Aaron?
What?
I feel like he might have something against you, and this last time where you had to take off all that time might have sent him overboard. I understand that this time you had to tell work that you needed time off last second, but that's not something you could control, right? And in this case, your CEO should have been able to get other coworkers to cover for you while you were out of the office.
Well, yeah. To be honest with you, he let them all continue on with their work without ever having anyone take over for me while I was gone.
I knew it. I know that he ended up coming to your mom's funeral as well as a show of kindness to you. But I thought he would have been kind enough to treat you with some respect while you were out of the office mourning her. Ugh. Even the way he was talking to you at the funeral got me all fired up. I'm not the only one who was upset with him, right?
So you think he's doing all of this on purpose?
Of course he is. I'm not trying to say anything bad about the company you're working for, but for the past 2 years, ever since Aaron became your CEO, things have gone downhill for you.
I see. Taking a step back to look at it myself, I can see that things have not been alright.
I get that he might have issues with managing his stress and anger, but that does not give him any right to talk to you like that at your own mother's funeral. He even got your older sister to shut up about what would happen with all your mom's money and things like that, due to how much of a jerk he was being. I'm sorry, Colt, but you're going to have to prepare yourself to do something about Aaron and his behavior towards you. And I'll make sure to help you out with him.
Thank you. I would have never really been able to see that there was something seriously messed up going on here if it wasn't for you always looking out for me.
Hey, have you started to think about what we talked about before?
What?
You heard about it from my dad, right?
Ah, right.
My dad really loves you a lot. I think you should just give up working for a CEO like that who doesn't seem to care for you at all and only wants to see you suffer. It's all a waste of your time and energy working there, so you should really put some thought into moving on.
That's a good point. I'm thankful that your dad told me about that. I can't give an answer to all that just yet, but I'm going to start putting some serious thought into it.
Yes, please.
Alright, I'm heading out to my car now, okay?
Okay, have a safe drive home.
Seem to be really busy lately, Cole. Nah, that's right. Maybe you weren't 100% back to yourself quite yet, after seeing that your mom kicked the can. That's why you haven't been able to work well enough here, and always end up having to stay late. Right. You were a mom's boy, right?
Hello, Aaron. The reason that I've been having to stay late so often is because for some reason my workload has increased exponentially. This has nothing to do with me being inefficient or anything. Also, when it comes to the woman that put all her effort into raising me, would you please not say things like that? It is neither professional of you to do that, nor is it okay with me personally.
Yeah, I'm not trying to talk poorly of her or anything. Just that, because of her, I was able to work some things out with another person, and I'm wondering if you've noticed any of that yet.
What are you talking about?
Well, in due time you'll find out. For right now, though, you're going to be the man I say you are as your CEO. And I say that you're going to love working 14-hour days for a very long time here. Hey, Colt, I have some very good news for you.
Hi, Aaron. What kind of good news could you have for me?
Well, actually, it might be some very disturbing news for you.
Did something bad happen?
I noticed you still haven't caught on to it yet, so I'm going to tell it to you straight. Right now, your wife is pregnant with my child.
Excuse me?
Well, it's been about 3 months now since then.
What are you going on about?
2 months ago, I told you there was someone else I met at the funeral, right? One other person. You happen to be so concerned with your mother since you're a mama's boy that you took your eyes off someone else for too long.
So you're saying that I wasn't paying any attention to my wife then?
That's right. To put it straight, back when I was at that old hag's funeral, I had my way with your wife and did her pretty dang dirty. So I'm thinking that she's pregnant with my baby now. Huh. What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you so relaxed right now? I see. Maybe this is all too unbelievable for you. You never once thought in your life that your CEO would be able to sleep with your wife. Well, no matter how unbelievable you think all this is, you're not going to be able to change reality. By the way, Colt, back when my father was the CEO of this company, you're always so close to him that it really pissed me off. I've always been looking for the perfect chance to get you back for making my blood boil like that. And that funeral for your old hag was the perfect chance I needed. So that now means Rachel is my woman. Rachel is? Yeah, your wife, Rachel. When I told her I was your CEO, she fell right into my arms. And man, was she wanting me so badly. Still does, too. When was the last time you met with Rachel? We were just together a second ago. Is that right? Well, I want to get to the bottom of all this, so give me some time to talk around. Go right ahead. Thank you for waiting, Aaron. I was able to get to the bottom of all this. You were? Perfect. Took you 2 whole hours to do that, though. You sure she told you the truth right away, but too much for you to believe, right? But you were able to see that she's pregnant with my baby now, right? You're gonna be okay with paying settlement, right? Sure thing. I'll pay up. I'll be paying you Rachel's part too, so you don't have to be worried about her. I happen to be a CEO after all, so I have all the money in this company at my disposal. Then I'll let her know about this. Make it quick, please. Because that's what her husband wanted me to do. He was the one that asked me to talk with you about this after all. Huh? Rachel's husband? You're Rachel's husband, right? What's happened to you? For some reason, I believe that you have had a huge misunderstanding this whole time, but Rachel appears to be my sister. My older sister. Your sister? Also, my wife happens to be 8 months pregnant now, and 2 months ago she went back to her parents' house to have the baby. What? I'm sure by the way my sister was dressed and talking with me, you must have assumed that she was my wife, rather than my sibling. Are you kidding me? But now I'll see what's been going on here. The reason that my sister finally shut up about the money that my mum was leaving behind was because of you. She was going on about your mom's money? Let me just say that my family was never that well off, so it's not that much money to be honest. My daddy passed away a few years ago, happened to be a basic office worker, so he didn't make all that much. And ever since then, my mum has just been living off her social security. Well, it seems that my sister was a little confused about that back then. Oh. Now, let's get back on topic here. To be honest, my sister has been really bad with her credit card, meaning she's had to borrow lots of money in the past from rather sketchy sources in order to pay her cards off. She's been borrowing money? And well, she's been working really hard to find ways to pay that money back to the people she borrowed it from. What kind of money was she borrowing? Well, in the past, she was paying for male strippers and owed around $20,000 to them. She owed $20,000 to male strippers. Well, she wanted to get that money to pay back all that debt of hers off, and that's why at the funeral she's making such a big fuss about my mum's money. But I knew that talking to her about our inheritance is going to be a tough challenge, so I prepared myself for it. But however, right as she was starting to become a real headache for me, she heard about you, and you started talking to her. She must have been so happy to have found herself an ATM, no longer cared about my mum's money, or my mum herself. Towards the end of the funeral, she told me I could have all my mum's money, and then she took off with you. Whoa, what the hell? ATM? Ah, that's right, Aaron. I think my sister still has some debts left over to pay. Maybe some new ones. What did you say? Oh, from what I could understand the last time I talked to her, she has around $40,000 now that she owes. $40,000? And after today, she's also going to be owing her husband money in the settlement.
With both you and her owing him money in settlements, it'll come out to around $100,000 that he'll receive from you both.
Hold on a sec. I don't want Rachel anymore.
You don't?
I never thought of her as that kind of monster. I don't want to be her husband anymore, so go and tell her husband he can have her back.
What are you going on about now, Aaron? You're not able to just get out of this situation that you created for yourself that easily.
Why can't I?
Is my older sister not pregnant with the baby of a CEO right now?
Ah, crap. Are you freaking kidding me?
And one other thing. Since I'm already talking with you right now, I've one other thing I'd like to tell you about.
What?
Due to the fact that my father-in-law will be resigning from his position as CEO, he's asked me to come and take his place. So later this month, I'll be leaving my position in your company and taking a much better job.
What?
I'm so sorry I wasn't able to put in my 2 weeks, but considering I've been having a lot of troubles working for you so far, it's only fair that I leave sooner rather than later. I have my new secretary get in touch with you about me quitting.
Wait a sec.
I'll have the official notice of me leaving at your office in a few days, so you can wait until then.
I told you to hold it for 1 second.
Have you forgotten that without you in my company, there will be things that will end up not getting done? There's a manual on what needs to be done by someone in my position, so take a look at that. This is not about any of that.
What the hell am I going to do about Rachel? You are her little brother, so do something about all her debt.
But my older sister happens to hate me a lot, so I'm not going to help her with any of that.
Huh?
I'm far too serious of a man for her. She always makes fun of me for it while also telling me that she wishes I was never her brother. And the only reason she was at my mum's funeral to begin with is because of the money my mum left behind.
But hold on.
Now I have to start packing for the move, so I'm going.
Wait, hey Colt, you stay right there.
And with that, before things began to become too crazy with Erin, I turned off my phone and went off to my wife's parents' house. I took all my things with me and I'm moving in with her parents now as well, so that I can be closer to my father-in-law while he teaches me what it means to be a CEO. When it comes to my older sister's husband, he was able to get money from both her and Erin before divorcing her and running off. At the same time, her and Erin broke up. And a few months after that, my sister became a single mother, giving birth to a baby boy. But she needed to get a job. Since she still had so much debt to pay off, my family thought she would be a terrible person for a baby to be around. So a little after giving birth, some of my family went to her house and took the baby from her. For the time being, the baby will be in the hands of someone besides the mother. As for Erin, a much better company than his started up in town, and a lot of the employees left his company and started to work there. Because of that, the workload increased even further for anyone that did stay, and soon they all left as well. Which then led to the collapse of Erin and his company for good. As of right now, in order to pay the banks back, he's working from morning until night at some factory, making as much money as he possibly can.